Key thing here is to make sure you're just watching an eye on your phone on the WAFB weather app. In fact, our weather team has already sounded a couple of push notifications.
Sure.
Depending on where you live, right here at Channel 9 on Government Street, we are getting some heavy rain
Yeah,
in
we
around.
are.
So we already got that notice from Jay that that's coming. But again, as Matt said, as we kind of watch and see what happens in the evening,
Right.
well, the concern is the evening commute, people driving back home.
I mean, think about that, exactly. And Steve was talking about this morning as well, depending on where this rain sets up, how much any of these areas get. Heavy rain is going to be the issue. And then he starts to talk about a little bit more of the river stages. We were going through that this morning as well. Look, I'm right there. I live 6 houses from Jones Creek, so I understand the anxiousness that a lot of folks are feeling right now.
Yeah.
So everybody watching the big creeks, everybody watching the co-meet, the A-meet as they kind of funnel down. But then you get into like where the rain's setting up right now, the northern part of the basin.
Yeah.
That's all got to funnel down, and it funnels down towards us.
That's the concern.
And so, yeah, it's up top, it's north, it's right where it's falling on you. What's falling south of you, is it able to drain out, or is it just a liquid dam?
Yeah.
A lot of eyes on this.
We already saw some of those trouble spots in Plaquemine yesterday.
did.
Baker saw hail. Central saw hail. So just please keep an eye out. Watson also saw hail. So if you are in a place too where the weather is coming in today, it's safe for you to take some pictures and videos.
Oh, yes.
We just would like to see what's happening in your neighborhood. So 9 Reports is where we can see exactly that. Again, lots of videos coming in yesterday of hail coming in through your neighborhoods. Hopefully it did not damage anything.
Right.
But again, if you're in a safe place to do it, please turn your phone horizontally and send it in through 9reports.com.
You're helping us tell your story.
That's it.
An extra set of eyes, many sets of eyes for something like this is greatly appreciated, because a lot of times we can't get specifically to that spot. You're helping tell our community's story. So again, as Liz said, safely do that. You can do that right there. The weather is going to be the headline maker, right, for the region.
Yeah.
But this is gigantic here as well. This is going to be the headline maker for a lot of folks. Actually, the rest of the country paying attention to potential rescue efforts.
So you may have gotten a notice about that, maybe about 4 o'clock, 4:30. That's when the first distress call went out to the U.S. Coast Guard saying, hey, we need some help looking for a lift vessel that had flipped over.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was.
Yeah.
A lot of folks, when you see boat
Yeah.
capsized, you're thinking, okay, are we talking like a fishing vessel, that kind of thing?
Right.
This is for those in the business down here, for those in South Louisiana, maybe you know what a lift boat is. Now it's essentially
I didn't until you explained it to me.
Well, it's essentially a service vehicle. They go out and they help in the oil, gas production industry, that kind of thing. It's a huge, just flatbed boat, essentially. Gigantic platform with 4 legs on either side, that kind of thing. And it literally lifts itself up out of the water to get to those platforms, that kind of thing, to help in this industry. And so that is the boat. They call it a boat. It's a lift boat. They capsized. Fewer than 20 people. We're thinking 18 or 19 on board.
About roughly 19, they say, were on that boat. 6 were rescued yesterday, thanks to Good Samaritans who took their own vessels out there to help in this search. But again, about 12, 13 people are still out there that they're looking for.
Clearly working with our friends there down in New Orleans, trying to tag team as much as we can with these potential rescue efforts. But the Coast Guard again said this morning, we'll take anybody that has a boat right now out there on the water safely. To help potentially rescue, certainly in the search for whoever's remaining.
Yeah, and I know we did get an email saying, hey, can you release names or whatnot?
Yeah.
There are no names yet. We don't know. They're still looking for people out there.
Right.
So again, once we know more information, we'll let y'all know. But again, the big concern here is with that weather, this next line moving through, how is that going to affect their search efforts
I mean,
today?
some of the video coming out there yesterday, what they were dealing with as they were looking, or what that boat would have gone through. Just an incredible video. So we'll keep you updated, of course, all morning long, all day long on whatever they're finding out there. One of the other big headlines as well here, and this is nationally, but of course the world looking at it as well. Johnson & Johnson, the vaccine, paused right now. Upwards of 7 million shots given. 6 women, though, reporting potentially blood clots related to the vaccine. So they've paused the vaccine right now.
Really important to note, while these are rare cases, researchers are trying to figure out what's the common denominator or what may have triggered these responses, these blood clots. So the FDA, the CDC are meeting today, and we are expected to hear by the end of the day exactly what you should know, especially if you've gotten the J&J vaccine. You might have been worried if you got it in the last couple of weeks, but doctors are saying, if you are feeling some symptoms, maybe like a bad headache that won't go away, contact your doctor. But if it's been multiple weeks now since you've had it, maybe a month even, you should be okay. If you're not feeling any of those after effects, you should be well within that window that you're safeguarded.
So that's going to be one of those stories that national media obviously is following very close. They'll be breaking news from that all day long. We'll be doing that as well for you. Keep the phone handy. You know where to find those alerts. Push it right to the phone. That way you can jump online or check us out on the big broadcast as well with the latest information. So much going on.
Too much.
I know.
Too much.
Something else happening today. I've got kids in the East Baton Rouge school system.
Yep.
And we're not quite to summer break yet.
Right.
But the summer break may be a little bit shorter than we're used to here. We'll see, but some conversations happening today.
That's all because of COVID-19, how that impacted the 2020-2021 school year. Obviously, we had delayed, we had missed days, some schools had to shut down because of COVID outbreaks, and so Dr. Cito Narcisse, the superintendent of EBR Parish Schools, has said, you know, how about this Smart Start plan? We're going to bring students back 2 weeks early, bring teachers back a week and a half before students come back. So school board members on board, teachers not so much. Yeah,
that's the conversation right now. You've got a lot of teachers who are like, wait, time out, wait, what? A lot of students I know, and including a couple in my house.
People are planning vacations.
Whoa. And that's the thing. And so there was some conversation about, okay, an extra couple of weeks, can you maybe do it at the back end of the school year? Or extend the school day an extra 30 minutes. And Dr. Narcisse addressed some of that stuff yesterday. But this is a conversation going forward. A few opportunities today for students or teachers or parents or just community members to maybe get their voices heard and concerns addressed. That's happening later today, those conversations.
Community conversations. They want your input. So if you have something to say about that Smart Start plan, weigh in.
Yeah, and apparently there's a lot of folks who
have something to say.
Who have something to say.
Yes.
Also happening today, we actually have a swearing in Washington, D.C.
Yes, an important one.
Exactly right, for a Louisiana representative representing us on the national stage.
Julia Letlow, the wife and now Congresswoman-elect for, I believe it is the 4th Congressional District?
Second.
Okay.
Yeah. Still have the 5th to go.
That is it. She is being sworn in today by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Again, she's the one that won the seat after her husband, Luke Letlow, had passed away from COVID-19 complications last December. So it's a big day when you talk about running for your husband's seat, winning, and now being sworn in. So a big day to look forward to for her, her family, and constituents. I mean, she represents technically the Felicianas.
Exactly, a bunch of viewers in our area. So Speaker of the House, of course, Nancy Pelosi, going to be doing that special swearing in today. But as we talk about that, early voting open right now for the 5th district. So get out there and be a part of that today. The election day coming up on the 24th. So still got some time this week to early vote. I know it may be kind of challenging with the weather right now. Just pay attention to that. Keep the phone handy. But again, early voting open right now.
Take advantage of it.
So there's a lot going on, and we need to make sure we're in a bunch of places, and we're trying to be.
Yes. So there's a lot of breaking updates. We've been following a lot of big stories, and oftentimes if we follow a news conference or maybe a breaking update, this is going to be your hub to find out the latest information. So if you get an alert to your phone saying live the latest on such and such situation, chances are we're going to be streaming it right here.
Yeah, not every news conference can we break into programming with. I mean, that takes another level. Oftentimes it takes like a governor speaking kind of level to break into programming, because that's a big conversation that goes beyond just this little newsroom here. You gotta make some phone calls. So this is a great tool for all of that. You're exactly right. WAFB Plus. You can find it on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, up on YouTube as well. Some great places to find that extra content that we're trying to make sure that you just know the very latest about as much as we can.
Yeah, not only the serious stuff, but also the fun stuff. So Jacques Talk is going to be coming on today at 1 o'clock. Everybody always looks forward to that. And then Kylie's rounding out our weekend.
You know what? I think we're going to need, we got some days to get through here, and we're still, I mean, obviously eyeballing the radar, but we were looking at the next week's forecast. I can't believe I'm already like, come on Monday.
I know.
How often do you say, come on Monday?
Never.
Can't wait for Monday.
Hey, we're waiting for a rain-free day here.
That's exactly what it is. But it looks like the back part of the weekend may actually be pretty decent. And so, of course, we're better. Louisiana Weekend. Kylie's going to get you set up for that. Again, you can find it right here on WAFB Plus.
So in the meantime, thanks for joining us here on the Plus.
9 News app, WAFB.com. Of course, next time you see us on the big studio on the mothership, 9 News at noon.
That's it.
Y'all be safe out there. Please try and stay dry, huh? We'll see you next time.